And right off the top at 10 o'clock, is growing city violence simply a problem for police to solve? You might be surprised what Madison's mayor is saying on the subject.
And his answer is no. Good evening, I'm Eric Franke.
And I'm Sarah Carlson. Instead, he is turning the focus to neighborhoods and the residents who live in them.
To make a neighborhood safe and strong, you have to have people with good values. But that is not enough.
Mayor Paul Soglin says people have to be willing to fight for the streets they live on. He says their efforts should be backed up by city police, housing specialists, teachers, job training, and health officials. A weekend shooting outside of UW campus area bars that left 3 people hurt prompted the mayor's news conference today. And new at 10 News 3's David Douglas is live in the neighborhood the mayor says has it right. The Brentwood neighborhood is on the city's north side, just south of Warner Park, between Sherman and Lake Mendota. And David, what's so special there?
According to city leader Sarah, it is that unique desire to take matters into your own hands. And let's be clear here, we're not talking about vigilante justice, rather a positive, proactive approach to let every resident know this is your neighborhood and you're responsible for it. An afternoon b-ball game could be used to illustrate a neighborhood where there isn't any trouble.
Oh, I loved it. It was very peaceful.
Nick Padilla says that was in the 90s. Now the streets are full of people with scores to settle.
Seems like young teenagers just acting crazy out there, like it's Wild Wild West, you know what I mean? Seems like every day some violence is going on.
Idyllic touches like this free library on Sheridan Drive are the kind of efforts city leaders hope can bolster a neighborhood some feel is teetering on the edge.
People feeling maybe intimidated on the sidewalk, or maybe we know that there's some drug dealing going on, or there's a lot of domestic violence incidents.
A recent shooting on Brentwood Parkway that left a man wounded is the neighborhood's roughest brush with violence in recent years. But a coordinated response between city leaders and the neighborhood association are making sure it's appropriately addressed long beyond the nuts and bolts of a police investigation.
There was a number of kids that witnessed that, so they're talking about trying to get them some mental health support. I just have been really impressed with the way the citizens in the neighborhood have come together. District
12 Alder Satya Rhodes Conway says police patrols help the sense of security. A sense of community, however, is what the mayor believes in most.
Philosophically, that's got to be understood. We are not in charge.
It's not a model that you could just pick up and put into another neighborhood necessarily. What they're doing right is that they're listening to the folks that live there, and they're really trying to build on the assets that are in the Brentwood neighborhood already.
On top of telling neighborhoods they're in charge, the mayor did have a message for the ne'er-do-wells. We're going to win, you're going to lose, so get out of town or change your behavior. The mayor is going to ask the city council for $50,000 to fund some additional police presence downtown on the weekends, but neighbors have the ability to put more light on the subject too. Here in the Brentwood neighborhood, people felt they didn't at least feel as safe because there weren't as many street lights. Well, working with the city police, and the streets division, they now have those street lights, an example of those partnerships the mayor wants to foster.
All right, News 3's David Douglas reporting tonight. Thanks, David.